Hello everyone. Welcome in. How's everybody doing today? Oh, my background music's a bit loud. Hold on. There we go. It's a little bit better. Hello, Sal. Hello, CTR, Milo, Ash. Welcome in. Yeah, apparently it is math day.
Hooray for math.
Hooray for math. I mean, you get to say that because, like, you're actually good at math. If D&D has taught me anything, it's that I'm bad at math. Or at least I can't do head math. Apparently, I absolutely suck at, like, putting simple note. I just realized that the current modifier thing goes over chat. That's getting moved. I did not realize that that would be blocking chat. Hold on. There we go. I've unfucked it.
Excellent. Hopefully it'll get better for you, Ash.
Indeed. And listen, I hope causing some chaos or preventing CTR from causing chaos, depending on what you want to do today, will also help. So, updates to things, because things are slightly different from the last time we streamed this. Obviously, as you can see, we have a new thing showing up on stream now, the current modifier. Because we were having some... Listen, CTR, don't oi at me. You know as well as I do that you're the one most likely to cause chaos. But because of the difficulties we had keeping track of, the modifiers when we were using them versus when we weren't. Thank you very much for the pride sticky. I have made a visual representation on stream. There you go. That will actually keep track of the modifier, and it is cumulative. So if you add a whole bunch or subtract a whole bunch at once to our rolls, they will stack on top of each other until we get to a roll that it's applicable for, which is going to be most rolls. There's going to be very few rolls that are safe from your modifications. And yes, as you can see, there are now different tiers. So I significantly lowered the requirement for God fucking damn it, y'all. I significantly lowered the points requirement for influencing the roll, because it's meant to be chaotic. It's meant to be here for y'all to have fun with, and I definitely had it on way too high before. And yeah, you can now do, you know, -3, -2, +3, +2. So, you know, y'all get to fight over that now.
And the +3s also mean that you can just get a clutch denial. Someone else. Worried about a roll being too soon? Well, you can add a little bit more and ensure that you are putting some weight behind the roll.
Yeah, I kind of realized that during the previous stream that, like, they were a little too high, and the bonus for it was too small. Because while it did also stack the previous stream, like, it just cost too many points. So that's why we made the adjustment, to make them more fun to interact with. And as before, if you want to just force a positive or a negative event to happen, you can do so for biddies. I have 36k points I'm gonna use them. That's the point. So, my dear Alutierre, would you like to give us the recap of our previous session this time?
So, when last we left off, we had introduced our character of Lygan, who, after selling nearly all of his possessions to try to escape from Schleswig, he left with little more than a Zweihander and his 2 donkey companions. Along the road to Galgenbeck, following the rumors of a potential more legitimate air than the current tyrannical ruler of Schleswig. The initial trek was fairly fluid. Things were going calmly. Surprisingly, is the word. And that was all to last. Not in the slightest. There were, I believe, effectively 2 whole days of just getting lost on a linear road.
Yep.
Alongside running into a troll. As a result of that, we barely escaped with our lives. After reaching Galgenbeck, the townsfolk were not the most helpful, but we did finally find a source for these rumors. But before we can get more, we have to trade favors by providing ingredients for a potion to an individual whose name I believe is Thurg.
Yes. I've noticed something, and I don't think Lilith would like it if I mentioned it. What? What have you noticed? You can't just say something like that and then not tell us.
Indeed.
The prices for the influence rolls are wrong. It's more cost effective. Correct. Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that was actually done intentionally. So if you feel like spamming the plus or negative ones, you can. However, it's very fun to just to see somebody spamming them and then just drop a plus or a -3 on them and just be like, nah.
The little points save you time.
Yeah, no, that actually was intentional. Listen, I may be bad at math, but I'm not that bad. I promise. But yeah, so, lovely Thurg has given us a quest to prove our trustworthiness for the information that he had. And when we wrapped up stream last time, he told us that he needed us to find ingredients for a potion. And he said that we needed to come back the next day in order to actually get all of the information, to be told like what we're looking for, where to find it, because he wasn't going to tell us like right there and then when we found him on the street, naturally. So that does mean we are starting stream today on a new day, and a new day means rolling on the calendar of Necrobell.
Indeed. We currently have one tick toward the end, which has resulted in the return of she.
Indeed. And if you don't know who she is, don't worry. You'll find out.
Probably.
Not even probably. That's just gonna be what happens. Oh. There we go. Alright, well, we got a 4, which is actually a 7, thanks to the modifier. So, that, we're okay for now.
Indeed.
Because remember, the calendar of Necrobell only goes up 1 segment if we roll a 1. Or below a 1, depending on what modifiers you give us. Huh.
If the roll qualify as a critical fail, then
Then the calendar goes up. Yeah, it's definitely not looking great for us, but it'll be fine.
Nothing to worry about.
Indeed. Also, as a wrong thing. As a reminder, this is our character Lygan. Oh, he should actually be at full health from the amount of times he's been resting in the city.
Indeed.
That's my bad for not updating that. So, as a reminder, our guy has a Zweihander and 2 monkeys named after Ash and CTR. And we finally got some armor for him. Thank the gods for that. Oh, the monkeys are doing great. They've been like, they're, in a city that they've, never been in before. They're having a ton of fun just exploring and making menaces of themselves. But nobody really seems to be particularly bothered by it, so all's well that ends well.
Except for the innkeeper.
Yeah, well, none of the other people have to house the monkeys, unlike the innkeeper.
The innkeeper's the only one who begrudges us our monkeys, even though they are at least no longer wet.
Well, we did come in soaking wet, and wet monkey probably doesn't smell good, much less 2 wet monkeys and a road-weary man.
Indeed.
Hope you have a great day, and Dark Castle, heard of it, never seen it? Ah, very good. We've had a lot of fun with it so far. Also, welcome in, South. How you doing today? Our days have both been very short so far. Neither of us had much sleep, but we're here. So, a new day dawns, and we go to meet back up with Thurg in, some sort of domicile. It's not his actual home. It's clear that nobody really actually lives here. But it's close enough, and it's private, which is the important part. And as Lygan approaches the man, still just weary of this quest already, Thurg welcomes him in, and then just goes right to business. And he tells Lygan, I need 2 ingredients, specifically. I am looking for what is known as Candleflame Lichen and Dead Man's Licorice for this potion. No, I won't tell you what the potion is for. You don't need to know that information. You just need to get me the ingredients if you want that information. If you want to know where the true heir to Schleswig is, this is what you need to do to get it. Just finished myself. I enjoy the other games from the publisher a lot. Very nice. Our last stream of this was actually both of our first experience with it.
Indeed.
Enjoy your lurk south and enjoy your food. So, obviously, we look to Thurg and go, I don't know where these things are. Mm-hmm. I have never heard of Candleflame Lichen. I have never heard of Dead Man's Licorice. What do you mean? Where am I going?
Indeed. We are a soldier from a different part of the region entirely. We are not a herbalist.
Indeed.
Or local.
So Thurg sighs and goes, they're not found here in Galgenbeck. The Candleflame Lichen is found in the Valley of Unfortunate Dead and on the road leading to it. And the Dead Man's Licorice is found near Bergen Crypt. Which, it's not a great thing to be hearing. Because Bergen Crypt is not a great place. Neither is the Valley of Unfortunate Dead.
Mm-hmm.
As you can assume by their names. they're also a hell of a journey away. Because if I zoom in on our wonderful map here, you can actually, well, I need to zoom out a little bit more. You can see that from where we are in Galgenbeck, the Valley of Unfortunate Dead is a good few days away. It's actually even further away than Schleswig was. And then Bergen Crypt is further past it.
Yeah, the trek to Bergen Crypt is minimum with absolute perfect rolls. A 9 days venture.
So,
I mean, unless we get negative rolls, I guess.
Indeed, or we get stuck again.
Indeed. Just best case scenario is 9 days.
Yep. So, you know, this is gonna be a great journey.
Indeed, it'll be fine. But at least we don't have to deal with too much as we get closer to Bergen Crypt. Don't worry about it.
I'll be fine! I'm sure nothing will happen. So, Lygan, not a great fan of hearing this news. But realizing that he doesn't have much of a choice, he accepts. Because his only other option, really, is to stay in Galgenbeck and see if there's anyone else who might know something. And so far, his search for that hasn't been going well. He doesn't know the city, he doesn't know the people.
It took him, what, 4 days to get this information?
Mm-hmm. And his, because of how much it's costing to keep him and his monkeys housed and fed, he also doesn't have the money to keep doing this either.
Yeah, because we are dealing with a premium.
Yep.
Having monkeys.
Yep.
we currently have the funds for 5 more days stay, maximum.
Yep.
At the current going rate for the monkeys.
Indeed. And he's not going to get rid of his monkeys. He loves his monkeys. They're his beloved pets. And while they do more or less ignore him, they love him too.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, neither of them are going to abandon the other. And he decides this is still probably his best shot, because at least then when he's on the road, he can hunt for food, he can sleep under the stars, even if he'll be out in the rain. Of which, the road to Galgenbeck has been very rainy, and I expect the Valley of Unfortunate Dead to be much the same.
Most likely.
So, let's see. He decides to go ahead and prepare himself for the trek to the Valley of Unfortunate Dead. Do you happen to have the items chart pulled up?
I do not.
Okay, hold on. So if I remember right, it's, yeah, there we go. It's near the character rolling stuff. So we want more dried food, realistically. So we're at 4 rations currently. Some more would be good.
Very important. And they only cost 1 silver apiece.
Yep. So how many rations should we grab for our buddy here?
I mean, probably 6 to 8. That way we have access to 10 to 12 days worth of food in case of things going awry again.
Okay, we'll grab 6 then. I'll put us at an even 10. And then that puts our silver at
16, I believe.
yeah, 16. Just getting concerningly low. but it's fine.
Indeed, and that's what... And hopefully we can collect a bit more silver on the journey.
Indeed.
Because we're not wanting for much on the way here, however... The armor and the repeated night stays have... What a dent into it.
Indeed. Alright. So, let's go ahead and roll and see what our travel is going to look like. This will be one of the rolls that doesn't get the modifier added to it. We'll actually add that modifier to what our road conditions are going to be like. Because I imagine making the journey shorter is probably not what you were hoping for with the negative CTR. Because that would help us.
Indeed.
So, the road from Galgenbeck to the Valley of Unfortunate Dead is a d6 plus 5.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 1! We got the best possible result. 6 days. Which we'll still have to get some water on the trek there, because our water skin only holds 4 days. But we should be fine in theory.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So then, let's go ahead and see what the weather is going to be like for our journey here. All right, so this would be the one that the modifier would apply to, actually, because that's the first one. So that was an 8, which is actually a 7.
Cloudburst. Yep. Back to the rain.
Immediately upon leaving the city, drenched. And like before, because cloudbursts make it very difficult to actually do anything, we're gonna add an extra half day's worth of travel, because he's not gonna make much progress from the city on this day.
Indeed. Especially if we get a less than stellar road.
Yeah, because if we get a road, he may also just get lost off the road. So, I really feel bad that he just keeps getting rained on, right? The world really is just like, you concerned about water? Sky water! Alright, so our road is an almost forgotten dirt track, so he's not even taking a main... Well, yeah, he's not even taking a main road out of Galgenbeck to the Valley of Unfortunate Dead, which I guess makes sense. This is probably a road that was once used by people on pilgrimages to the valley. However, we do get to roll to see if we get lost off the road. See, give me just a second.
I mean, odds are definitely high given the current conditions.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's gonna be great. All right. So we have one omen currently. So we'll go ahead and make an omens check. Which this is DR10. Okay, we're fine. He in fact does not wander off.
Excellent. It probably will still be ultimately a 2 days travel compared to, so we have to add an additional days because of the absolutely awful conditions. So while we expected a 6 days requirement, this is going to be 7.
Yep.
Because how do you
half.
cloudburst and on a forgotten dirt track? No.
Indeed.
You're not making a typical day's trek through that.
Indeed. Yeah, no, I think what happens is, like, he starts off along this road. Yeah, what did CTR do this time? I didn't see them do anything.
I think it was more that because of the modifier we got rain again.
I mean, it's fine. It's funny. I almost imagine Lygan literally just has a gigantic rain cloud that is just following him down the road. Him specifically.
Lygan is literally the recipient of that cloud sandbox game at the moment.
Yeah. What I'm imagining is that he actually does spend like half a day down the road. And the thing about cloudbursts is they tend to come out of fucking nowhere. So about halfway through his day of travel, thick dark clouds suddenly roll in and then release this torrential downpour of rain, which causes him to scramble and have to make camp quickly. And mind you, this, like, adding, like, half a day's worth of travel to stuff is not actually in the rulebook. I just know what a cloudburst is and know how much they suck. Which is why I'm adding it. A little extra layer of misery to poor Lygan. But in that brief, glorious half day of travel, what sort of event does dear old Lygan encounter?
Let's find out.
19 passes by a graveyard, and there is a chapel inside. Let's see. Well, do we want to check out the chapel? See, I mean, depending on when the cloudburst happens, the chapel might be a convenient place to just hide and set up camp.
Yeah, no, the chapel definitely provides shelter.
So I'm going to roll a quick presence check. I am going to make it a DR10, but real quick. It's a 17 and a 20. We're fine. Oh, okay, cool. So Lygan doesn't know this, but hiding in one of the crypts in this abandoned graveyard actually is a group of zombies. Luckily, they don't notice him. He doesn't notice them. He leaves the crypts alone. He just goes inside the chapel. And funnily enough, actually, inside the chapel, there is an inverted gold cross that seems to have been completely untouched. Which, you know, given how low of, like,
our funding has become.
Yeah, he's considering it. He can't really take it though, because again, we don't have a backpack or anything to fucking hold items in. He only has his arms, and at this point, he's already carrying food, water, his Zweihander. Like, he doesn't have room. But he is going to make a mental note to come back here later. Because, that's going to be helpful.
Absolutely. Because it is only half a day's travel from Galgenbeck.
Which means he can stop by, if he remembers where this is, he can stop by and pick it up again on his way back in. Because half a day's travel, he'll carry that in his arms for half a day. But for now, he is going to have to leave it be. So, he makes camp, grumbling and staring at the heavy rainfall outside. His monkeys, you know, sitting nearby trying to huddle up for warmth because they too got soaked by the sudden downpour. And they make camp. So. Whoop. There we go. I'm trying to... I forgot where like half of my charts were. Don't mind me.
Let's get back into our rhythm of... Okay, what book's this in?
Yeah. I think the camping one is Inferiority, right? Yeah, it is. Alright. So, first off, let's see how well we're able to sleep tonight. 16. And 16! Okay. Strong hit! So, nothing happens at camp. We actually get a good night's sleep. Which makes sense. We may be on a forgotten dirt track, but we do know, we are, like, super close to Galgenbeck. Nothing too untoward is going to happen. Yet.
Yes.
Yet, being the operative word here.
Indeed.
So, once more dawns a new day.
Alright.
I do not like that both of our Necrobell rolls have been so low.
However, they're not one.
They're not one, but oh man, is it flirting real close with it. But the world does not yet become a step closer to the end. Yet.
Yeah, also, because we made camp, we will... So our food and water go down one apiece?
Yep. So we are at 3 days worth of water and 9 days worth of food.
Indeed.
All right.
And now, let's peek our head out of the chapel and see what the weather is like today.
A 10! It's a drizzle.
Makes sense.
This is literally the wettest journey.
Indeed. But it makes sense. And just, the cloudburst is over, but now we just have an irritating drizzle.
Mm-hmm.
And just, we get to hope that this is the winding down and not just about to wind back up.
Indeed. I would like to point out that out of the D12 chart, only 3 options are for rain. We consistently keep hitting all 3 of them.
Indeed. Because this is what, the 3rd time we've had the irritating drizzle?
A 3rd or 4th, yeah.
Because we had the deafening storm once, we had the cloudburst twice.
Okay, no, sorry, yeah, 4. There's 4 rain options.
So
Hammering rain, deafening storm, cloudburst, and an irritating drizzle.
I think hammering rain is the only one we've not rolled yet.
No, I think we've gotten hammering rain.
Have we?
I think so. I don't know. Either way, we keep getting rained on consistently.
Indeed.
He really is just a poor little meow meow, isn't he?
Out of our 7 days travel. Sorry, this will be. I think this is the 9th day total that we've been on the road because we had detours. Most days were missed.
Yeah.
Just the first day was fine. It was cold, I believe.
Yeah, it's crackling frost.
And then we had an irritating drizzle. Then we got lost in fog, and then rain, then rain, then rain.
I think we've only gotten like lifeless gray once. It's been a great journey so far.
I think we got lifeless and grey. I think as we were, I think when we neared Galgenbeck, I think we got lifeless grey.
Yeah, but then it rained as we were on our way in.
Indeed. Just
this man has spent more time soaked than he hasn't. Than he spent dry.
indeed.
All right.
So what is our road today?
Indeed. All right. So, our road today is a D8. It's a 3. Tracks
That's
drawn
cool.
up by wild beasts or savage monsters. Hey, guess what? We get to see if we get lost again.
Indeed.
Oh, we're fine.
All right.
Listen, you gotta check.
We're always on the cusp of getting lost with these conditions.
Indeed. I mean, it doesn't help that, like, Lygan seems to have avoided, any sort of main trek, which is fair, and I imagine even the main roads are probably pretty disused, when it comes to the Valley of Unfortunate Dead. After all, it is a place where people go to, well, wait out the inevitable.
Yeah, it's a place people don't return from, so it's not really going to be trade or anything.
Yeah, not really.
It's a place that is really surrounded more by myths and the blurred line between truth and falsehood.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Alright. So, our event by the road today is going to be a 4.
mhm.
The weather turns worse. Like the
Back in
current
the
weather,
chapel.
but more extreme. You make no progress today.
Back in the chapel.
Yep, it goes from an irritating drizzle in the morning to the rain just gets worse and worse and worse. And he just goes, no.
He pokes his head out, hoping to hear the rain decline to try to get some progress, and it doesn't.
No.
It doesn't. Anytime he thinks it's about to calm down, it then begins to roar louder again.
Yep.
Just anytime there's a smidge of hope, it is snuffed out by an absolute downpour.
Uh,
At least this man is becoming very accustomed to this chapel.
yeah. You know, his monkeys have made like a nice comfy little corner on one of the few pews that's actually intact, you know, up off the ground.
This
'Cause-
man is what? This man is one bat away from carving in Lygan was here into the wall.
You know, actually, he could make some sort of marker also as a reminder of like, hey, I was here, and also, I need to come back here for this thing. As a
Fair
reminder,
enough.
like, oh yes, this is the correct chapel.
I mean, it is definitely important. I mean, if you want to spend the entire day in here,
Yeah. So yeah, no, he spends a little bit of time, like, seeing if he can whittle away at one of the pews, in this chapel. Because he's not gonna make a dent in the stone, right? So he takes, he doesn't want to use his Zweihander for this, because obviously it's a fucking massive sword. Like, you're not carving shit with that unless it's a person.
yeah, no, unless it's just you can have an X marks a spot, and that's about the extent of it.
Yeah. So he picks up a shard of broken stone, because since this is a chapel that was abandoned some time ago, some of the stone has begun to crumble in places. There are flakes and shards everywhere. So he picks up a decent, you know, palm-sized stone. And yeah, no, he carves his name into one of the pews, with a mark underneath it. Just a simple little thing, as a reminder that he does, and that this is in fact the place that he needs to keep in his mind. Because I'm sure this isn't going to be the only abandoned chapel that we come across. This is the world of Borg, and the world is dying. Many places are abandoned in this world. But not all of them are going to have nice shiny things in them that can be sold later.
Indeed, not every chapel was successful enough to really invest in shiny artifacts that can be sold at a later date.
Indeed. But yeah, so he spends his day doing this, looking after the monkeys. The monkeys are otherwise doing fine. They figured out very quickly that the stone ground was very cold, especially with it raining. So they've been curled up on one of the few intact pews, because it keeps them, up off the ground, allows them to stay warm and dry. And Lygan's just been using pieces of the broken pews to keep a campfire going throughout the day, in order to keep them all warm against the driving rain outside. But let's see if this storm helps them get any sleep or not. That's a 4.
I know that. So
and an 18, so a weak hit. So we'll get some rest, but something is going to happen.
Yeah, the rain was loud enough to inhibit that sleep.
Possibly. Could be something else. We've gotten an 8. A lurking coward steals an item from... Oh no! Okay. So, as Lygan continues to basically just post up in this chapel, just begrudgingly waiting out the storm, because even he is starting to get sick of getting rained on at this point. The heavy sound of the storm actually covered the sound of approach from someone else. After all, while these roads are in disrepair and disuse, they are still used by any sorts of people, by wandering pilgrims on the way to the Valley of the Unfortunate Dead, to religious penitents, to farmers, to ne'er-do-wells. All sorts will still occasionally go down these roads. And one such person found their way into this abandoned chapel, and through the rain saw the light of Lygan's fire, indicating that someone was in the chapel as well. Now, this person is cowardly and didn't know what sort of person Lygan would be in this chapel. They didn't know if they'd be friendly, they didn't know if they'd be hostile.
He does have a Zweihander.
Indeed.
And armor.
And monkeys. Like, this is a weird fucking person to encounter on the road, even in a world like this. So, while he does end up sneaking into the chapel, he mostly stays hidden in the shadows towards the back, before he realizes that the small bundle that constituted all of Lygan's items in the world, all of his worldly possessions, was fairly close by on a pew, and that he could potentially sneak and steal something from it. Something, anything, to keep them going a little bit further down the road. Now, let's see if Lygan actually notices this. 17. Weak hit. So, our guy here, Lygan does eventually notice him. And what he does is, because this coward, because he was in the rain. It's been raining all day. He's wet, he's cold, his fingers are shaky and numb. And as he's trying to slip an item from the small bundle of Lygan's worldly possessions, he knocks out the bottle of red poison that Lygan had, and it shatters on the floor, alerting Lygan to the coward's presence. But unfortunately, that does mean he lost out on that poison. Because it is now just making a small little pool that's slowly running off into the cracks between the stone that makes up the chapel's floor. Now, Lygan, seeing this person, is not fucking happy about this.
Indeed.
Like, you tried to steal from me, and you destroyed my, something that I really needed that could have been really helpful. How fucking dare you? And he grabs his sword that has not left his side the entire time he's been in this crypt. Because his rations, his water, that poison, all of that has been sitting, more or less together on a pew. But his sword has always been with him. So he takes it in hand and starts to approach the coward who tried to steal from him. Could you bring up the combat rules for me, please?
Absolutely. So, what sort of stats will the coward have?
Up to you.
That is... That's a good question. We can probably...
Actually, not that song.
We can probably base it slightly on the scum enemies. Same page as the goblin. So 7 health, 8 morale, no armor.
Okay.
It says they typically come with a poison knife, but we might just give a usual knife.
Yeah.
Because we're dealing with the coward, but probably not with a poison knife.
He ran out of poison and was trying to steal ours. How about that?
Very fair. So, then as far as combat rules, so we start with rolling initiative. So we roll a d6. If we roll 1 through 3, the enemy goes first. Nope, we are going first.
Makes sense!
Indeed. So, next we will roll... we can check our accuracy first, or our damage of our Zweihander first.
Alright, well, let's check our accuracy. Let's see if we can even hit him.
Yeah, so it goes against a DR12.
Okay. It's a 9.
Okay, so,
nope, that was a swing and a miss.
Alright, let's also check, and let's check again see if our first monkey hits.
Alright. Oh yeah, because our monkeys just got startled awake by this too. They're just they are not happy because the sound of crashing glass after having to deal with a loud storm all day, it's not great. Okay. So our first monkey.
Okay.
That's a 17, 19, that hits!
Alright, so I believe they have D4 damage?
They do indeed.
Alright.
That's a 3!
Alright, and there's no armor modifier to deal with.
Feed water.
Alright. Second monkey check.
Alright. An 18 and a 2.
Okay.
Weak hit.
All right. So let's see what the damage roll is, and we'll make it a bit
3.
lower. So shall we deduct 1 for a weak hit?
Yeah.
Alright, so
So we'll say that CTR's monkey was the first one that was up and just like launching itself at this motherfucker and manages to get a couple of good swipes in. Ash's monkey, a little bit slower. Our intruder manages to actually like kind of get an arm up in the way. So you know, she still does damage to him, but it's a lot less than, you know, monkey claws to the face. No, I wasn't insinuating something with that statement. That's literally the order that y'all are on the character sheet.
indeed.
Like,
So,
I literally have CTR as the first monkey, and then Ash is the second. So when I do combat for y'all, it's literally in this order.
alright, so the poison knife does D4 damage, and we will also have a defense roll to see if we dodge.
And
also-
we'll have the ability to reduce it.
Indeed, which I believe we have a D2 reduction.
Yes. So, let's go ahead.
Similarly,
Oh,
actually, also, there's one thing I thought actually wouldn't have mattered, but do we have any? Do we +1 in strength?
yes.
Okay, so it still would not have cleared the D12, but we were close with our 2 strength checks.
We tried.
Indeed.
But anyway, let's go ahead and roll this guy's damage, and then we'll what is his thing? What do I have to roll for his damage to
it's
see if we
D4.
dodge it? D4?
So his damage is a D4.
Yeah, we better dodge.
All right, then it's an agility check against the odd 12, so it's just
An 18.
okay.
And an
Okay,
8.
so-
So he gets he gets a graze in. But let's see.
Yeah, we need to roll the armor.
Yeah. So odds is 1, evens is 2.
All right. Okay.
1.
So we'll take about 1 damage.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, we'll have it since it's a weak hit. So yeah, we'll take 1 damage on that. Puts us at 6.
Yes.
I wonder if I should make feed water have a unique response. That was a funny command.
Indeed.
All right, now it's our turn again.
Indeed. We can. So there is also a. So the enemy is at. We'll roll this first because there is a morale modifier, which.
Okay.
So if a single enemy has only a third of its HP left, which does apply, the enemy is at 12 out of 7.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
So we can roll 2d6.
Okay.
And then if the result is higher,
Yes.
then we see. Okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So then we roll 1 more d6, see if the enemy flees or surrenders. They surrender. So we can probably undo their combat phase and just go, because I forgot about this part. That's on me.
Yeah, nope, that's fair. I also forgot about the morale system.
So, instead of fighting back after being attacked by the monkeys, the coward surrenders. Unsurprisingly, given the circumstances.
Yeah, like this man literally had like a Zweihander whiff past him that he barely managed to dodge. And as he's dodging it, like one monkey comes in and just scratches the shit out of his face. He barely manages to get his arms up in time to protect himself from the secondary monkey. Is just like, oh god, I'm sorry, please stop.
So, with that surrender happening, I suppose it raises the question of what would it take for Lygan to accept the surrender? Would we want some recompense for the broken potion?
Yes, absolutely.
Which raises the question of what does this cowardly thief have on him?
Indeed. Well, let's take a look at the, we do have a corpse plundering table. We'll count it as that.
Absolutely.
So this is going to be a D66. Woohoo!
Alright, let's see what the...
It's going to be a 3.
Okay.
And a 5. A note with PC's names.
Oh.
Motherfucker! Someone betrayed us.
I see.
Motherfucker.
A twist in the myth.
Yep.
Alright, now the terms of...
Because basically, after our guy has surrendered, we decided to pat down our assailant.
Mm-hmm.
And we found in his pockets a note with our name on it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll a DR14 check to see if we actually even recognize the handwriting.
Alright.
We do not. Doesn't necessarily mean it's not somebody that we know, but we don't recognize the handwriting of the note. So, but we do know someone has betrayed us. We don't know if it's something from Schleswig. We don't know if it's Thurg. But something's not right here.
Indeed. Which, we could demand... We could make a demand of this coward. The information about the origin of this note.
Which you know we're absolutely going to do.
Indeed. So you either give us the information we want, or you die.
What do you think, a DR8 presence test? Because he's already surrendered. We've already beaten our monkeys have already beaten the shit out of him.
Indeed.
It's a 9 and an 11. That's a strong hit.
Indeed, which means he's going to spill. He's going to spill everything he knows.
Yeah.
However much that may be.
So what does he know?
So what paths do we want to take? Because we did.
I know who it is.
Oh?
We came across an assassin looking for Thurg in Galgenbeck.
I was thinking of the assassin as well.
That assassin who was tracking down Thurg, who we came across, they realized that we would be on the Lordling side as well. And when they did a report to their contact, they sent this guy after us after realizing that we had left the city. That's why he was able to catch up to us, because we've been stuck in this fucking crypt for a day and a half.
Indeed.
So that's enough time for that assassin to have seen what was going on, see us leave the city, make the report, and have somebody dispatched to come after us. Yeah, somebody's going to die.
Indeed. Which means this will not be the last we see of pursuers.
Not necessarily. So, Lygan is a soldier. Former soldier, but a soldier nonetheless. He is aware of the darker underbelly and the sorts of people that do this sort of thing. He's going to look at this man who is at his mercy, and he's going to rough him up more, but he's going to use his hands to do it. Basically, while he's at his mercy, he's going to leave him with let's say about 2 HP. And then he's going to manhandle, throw him out of the crypt. And go, you tell your masters that that it was a hard fight, but you were able to kill me. And if you don't, if more pursuers come after me, I'm coming for your head. And I won't make it painless. I will make you regret this if you don't get them to call off of me. Now leave.
Especially because just a well-rolled Zweihander hit won't be more than enough.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I used to run torture scenes in D&D. That's nothing. Yeah, Lygan is having none of this. Absolutely not. He's already had a hell of a day on the road. He's already having to go out of his way already for this journey. He is not spending it dogged by assassins. Especially not if they send somebody who's better than this bumbling asshole.
Indeed.
So yeah.
Because this enemy class definitely would mean we have to deal with if we fought more of these with actual poison to their name. We have to worry about actual poison.
Indeed. Yeah, his wet socks certainly weren't helping either, no. I mean, he's dry now because he spent the entire day in the chapel, but yeah, no, the constant fucking rain is not helping.
Indeed.
But this guy, he's bowing and scraping as best as he can with probably a few broken ribs after just getting absolutely thrashed by Lygan. Like I said, he is leaving him straight up 2 HP. Like, he is leaving him as close to the brink of death as he feels like he can, while still allowing him to make his way back to the city. So that way he can be like, no, I totally killed Lygan. And, he, and, totally won't send, other people after him. We'll see if that actually happens, mind you. But, sell the story that it was a hard fight.
Because it will be back in Galgenbeck in a few weeks.
In theory. If we can move from this spot.
Indeed. I mean... Well, it'll probably be a few weeks. Hopefully not 2 months.
Indeed. But, finally, after all of that, it takes some time to get him and his monkeys settled down once again. But eventually, exhaustion does overtake all three. And they settle down and sleep through the night. Which... we would roll to restore HP, but we only took 1 HP worth of damage in that fight anyway, so he's back up to full.
We didn't take damage. Because I put them morale check, so he would have surrendered before attacking.
That's fine, I'm taking the damage anyway. He manages to get... what I'm gonna say what it is that he manages to get a swipe in, realizes how fucking little damage it did versus how much he hurt from just that, first few seconds of battle, and immediately went, no, you're gonna kill me, stop, please.
Yeah, no, because if we didn't, I mean, you did one, you barely managed to scratch the armor, whereas we get 3 damage checks every turn.
Yeah,
You're not dodging all 3.
I think what happened is, in his, flailing, trying to get at us with the monkeys fucking coming at him, he doesn't manage to get a good blow anyway, and, he does get a glancing blow that goes up from, the chest piece onto the face. So, he does the anime almost, cut along the cheek. So it does do, genuinely, 1 HP worth of damage. But its damage is gonna, immediately heal.
Indeed. So, new day.
New day dawns.
We have 2 days worth of water, 8 days worth of food.
Yep.
We are not even nowhere near another step closer to the apocalypse today.
Thank the gods for that. Can you imagine?
Let's see.
Let's see what the weather's like. All right. 4. Deafening storm. It's still raining, but he can make progress. Hopefully.
Indeed.
See what our road event's like.
Yeah, no, we have 2 more rolls before we can determine if we're actually fine. So what is the road like that we can see through the storm?
Let's see. Our current road is A6, a well-used road.
Okay, so in the distance, a little bit further along than the dirt track that we were taking in the drizzle and the dust, we do see a more well-used road that we can follow.
Mm-hmm.
However, let's see.
See what our road event's gonna be.
Let's see if we can actually take it, or if we're stuck in the chapel again.
13. Oh. Oh no. This is the one we adjusted. Hold on. I need to pull up my obsidian because I put the note for what we adjusted it to in there. Okay, cool. That's fine. We can work with this.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's raining, but it's not raining enough to prevent us from making progress. And after our getting attacked by an assassin and just being so completely unable to move from this place that is only half a day's journey from Galgenbeck, it's just fine, fuck it, I'll travel through the storm. I don't care. I just want to leave this cursed place. Fuck this place.
Especially because we are... if we're dealing with one attempted assassin this close to Galgenbeck, we definitely need to put a bit more distance.
Yeah, because while he did send the assassin back to say that he did kill him, and, with any hope that story will stick, he knows better than to trust that.
Mm-hmm.
So he needs to make tracks. And that's why he's heading towards this more well-used road, because it'll allow him to hopefully make travel faster.
Mm-hmm.
But as we are making our way down this road, we actually come across a religious procession heading from Galgenbeck towards not the Valley of Undead, but past it to Bergen Crypt. And these religious folks are going by in a group with their heads bowed and chanting softly to themselves. And from what little that Lygan is able to make out, they are chanting prayers to her, When I say her, I mean her. Capital H, capital E, capital R. Her. That is the name.
Indeed. One of the two basilisks who has resurfaced as a result of our calendar of Necroban.
And
she has returned, and he is now more powerful.
Indeed. And from what Lygan is able to tell from the chanting, because he's only able to hear bits and pieces of it because it's this entire group all chanting together, and while they're all chanting the same thing, they're not chanting it in time with each other. So he's only able to pick out broken bits of it through what they're saying. And for the best that he's able to get from it is that they seem to be chanting, asking her for her protection along the road so that they may reach their destination safely and bask in her glory and provide tribute to her. And he hears something as they finish passing by, because they're actually going by faster than he is. Like, these people are moving at a good clip. Whereas he is slow, trudging through the rain, keeping pace with his monkeys, who are also not fucking happy about the situation because they're soaking wet. And he hears part of a hymn stating that his power has been broken, and that she has slain the followers of him. Which is not great. Because in the back of Lygan's mind, a memory comes up. A memory of during his training as a soldier, where he was learning about the different areas that had roads, connecting to Schleswig, and hearing about the Valley of Unfortunate Dead and those who worship the other basilisk, him. And he gets he gets this feeling of dread just drop into his stomach, realizing that he may not know what he is in for as he's continuing along this road. Something must have happened, and he has no idea what the Valley of Unfortunate Dead is going to be like when he gets there.
Indeed. As no one... Few people go to the Valley of Unfortunate Undead and return, and those who do return have wildly differing tales. Let alone questions of what lies beyond. Because to get to Borg, I have to go through the Valley of Unfortunate Undead, which is surrounded by questions and haze and myth, or Schleswig, where you are at the whim of a tyrannical dictator who might just cut you down and take what you have.
Yep.
So there is, which creates even more mystique around Bergen Crypt.
Hello, Alnick. Welcome in. How you doing? But we do know that the followers of her tend to go to Bergen Crypt, and the followers of him go to the Valley of Unfortunate Dead. Which does mean there tends to be some conflict along the road between the two, which we were expecting, but this... there's some dread there now.
Indeed.
Doing alright, just doing laundry today? Very nice, very nice. Laundry's important. I need to do laundry today, too, come to think of it. But as these people manage, work their way alongside, Lygan and continue on down the road, Eventually, in the storm, he loses sight of them, and he continues just trudging on through the rain, miserable. And eventually he manages to find a stone ruin that looks like it was once a house alongside this road that has fallen into disrepair many, many, many years ago. But enough of it still exists that he was able to find a dry corner to set up camp. And then, let's see how our camp is going to be like tonight.
Indeed.
On our first actual full day of travel away from Galgenbeck.
Indeed.
17.
Okay.
And an 18.
Excellent.
Strong hit. Nothing happens in the night.
Excellent. Especially because hopefully the weather will be agreeable tomorrow, because we are going to need some more water soon.
Yeah.
And frankly, with the deafening storm, it was not worth going off the road after being stuck in the shop for 2 days.
Yeah. In fact, I think we're going to want to try to get some water tomorrow.
Indeed.
Because we are down to 1 day's worth of water, and given what's happened before, we really don't want to let that hit 0.
Alright.
So, let's go ahead and see what the calendar of Necrobell has for us in the morning. 17! We're fine!
Excellent.
And don't forget, y'all can still modify these rolls, including the calendar of Necrobell rolls. Couple of times we've rolled low. If y'all, yep, there we go. That's about what I expected. Okay, so let's see what the road, or what the weather is going to be like today. 12. That is a 12.
Which, with the modifier, will bring us down to crackling frost.
You know what? Well, it's basically it's cold or it's cold.
True. Either way, we are saved from the wet and have embraced the cold instead.
Indeed. Frankly, isn't much better, but you know. You know what? Just because I think it would be funny, I'm gonna keep the modifier for the what the road's like. So I want to see, and the, see if we get to potentially getting lost off a dirt track, because I want to see if it actually works. If it'll actually happen with the modifier.
I see.
Chaos! 2. With the -3, yeah, that's an almost forgotten dirt track. Which means we get to see if we get lost.
Indeed. Shall we, considering that we have effectively a holdover of a -2, because we can't really go to... There's nothing for 0 or below.
Yeah. Well, I'm still going to include the -3 to the next roll. 14. -3 is going to be an 11. What? I need to double check what the DR was for that.
I believe it's DR 12.
I think it is 2, but I want to double check. No, it is a DR 10.
Ah.
It succeeds by 1. Almost. Y'all almost got Lygan lost.
Almost.
Okay. So close. That's why I remind y'all of that, because that stuff does stack. So if you do like a -3 redeem and then a -1 redeem, it does stack to be a -4.
So we shall... Wait. Next is the road event for the day.
Yep. So, D20. That is a 16. So that is going to be a few mercenaries and their guards. So... Oh, positive 3. Very nice, very nice. We'll keep that for the next roll.
I don't think you want to give us 3 additional guards here.
They might, because actually we're gonna have to roll a reaction check to this because of some additional knowledge with this.
Indeed.
So, well, let's see what the D8 is going to be. That's gonna be an 8. That's a lot of guards. Few mercenaries. I'll roll a d4, see how many mercenaries it is, too. A d4. 3 mercenaries. 3 mercenaries and 8 guards. Jesus fucking Christ. Hold on. Let me find my reactions chart. Okay. So let's see how these guys are gonna react to coming across this on the road. 2. And a 6, that's an 8. They're indifferent to us.
They are indifferent, probably because of the brain parasite.
Yeah, so, well, we don't know it's a brain parasite yet.
True.
But, yeah, no, we come across this band, coming in the opposite direction from us. Which is weird, because we're on a forgotten dirt track. Mm-hmm. And we see that they do seem to be acting kind of weird. Like, you would normally expect a band of, like, mercenaries and guards probably be, like, shooting the shit with each other, you know, talking along a long journey. They're silent. They're silent and staring just kind of straight ahead, like almost in a daze, kind of weird. Like, kind of you look at them and it's just like there's something not quite right about that kind of feeling. And you know what? Lygan looks at that and realizes that they don't seem to be reacting to him, and just how many of them there are. Because that's 11 people. That is not a small group by any means.
Indeed.
And he kind of just goes, no, absolutely not. I want nothing to do with this. I'm just going to casually, like, he goes off the road just a little bit to give them a little bit of a berth of, space, and just nopes right out of that. But yeah, he they otherwise pass by without incident, luckily. Oh, can you imagine if that many people had, like, the kill reaction?
That would be the end of Lygan's journey.
Yeah. Unless we got real lucky with dodge rolls. I will hydrate, thank you.
Indeed, just at this point we'll have to say that the like just a big case of just like, you know, Lygan's dead, the monkeys are waiting in the chapel for someone to fetch them.
Yeah. Hey, you got the paradigm shell, very nice. Alright, but otherwise, it's a cold day, but otherwise, the road is surprisingly uneventful. It's pretty quiet. Thank the gods for that. However, yeah, we do need to go forage for water. It's going to be great. So, let's see what happens.
Right.
We got a 2. We locate a D6 plus 1 ration of food and water. 1 ration is spoiled, and you sicken 6 hours after consumption. Oof.
Alright, let's It's to a DR12.
All right. Well, first we need to see how many rations we get. Because it's D6 plus 1. A 1! We get 2.
So we have 2 rations. 1 is spoiled.
Yeah. Well, 2 rations and 2 water. Yeah. So that would put us up to 9 rations and 3 water. All right, now we do the TR12. It's 20. And 18, a strong hit. Oh yeah, we noticed.
Excellent.
However, that's food poisoning. We are going to get very sick in the middle of the night. And I think that also means we're spending a day not traveling again tomorrow to recover.
The DR12 was to notice it.
Yeah, we noticed we got sick.
It's noticed it in advance, rather than... The presence of DR12 is to notice it in advance that it's spoiled.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, yeah, so we do notice that the spoiled ration then, so we still get good water, but we'll be down to 8 rations then. That's fine.
Indeed.
I was gonna say, is like our guy just didn't notice he got sick until, you know, things got real bad. It's just like, oh no. Okay, cool. All right.
I mean, we got the water, which was the more important part at the moment.
Yeah, frankly. But, so cool. We managed to find food. That was honestly, that was one of the least complicated finding waters that we have ever had.
That was very straightforward.
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right. So we make camp for the night. We actually managed to get like a further day down the road. We are 2.5 days from Galgenbeck then. Into our, 5-day journey?
6.
6-day journey. Yeah. So you know what? Not complaining.
Indeed.
So. 13. And a 5. So we'll get some sleep tonight. But what's going to happen? Alright. An 11. A band of blind albino cultists pass by, quietly chanting eerie hymns to their alligator goddess. Alright then.
Fair enough.
Alright, yeah, so that absolutely keeps us up for a little while.
Yeah.
Because, Lygan's still kind of paranoid about everything that he's come across on the road after the assassinations attempt. Fumbling assassination attempt. Trying to steal his poison to use it to kill him. Poor bastard. So, but they do, after a while, it is in fact quite a long procession, but after a while, yeah, no, they finish passing by, and he is slowly able to drift off to sleep. Which means another new day dawns. That was really close. I'm glad we didn't have any negatives for that one, because that would have been bad. But the world does not move forward on to its end. Yep, I had to say something.
So
we get negatives for the... I think what I'm going to do, because there's so many roles that we cluster for like the road conditions and weather, I think I'm just going to apply the modifier to all of them when we have something like this happen. Because it's funnier to me that way. And also, gives the modifier, like, a little bit of longevity to actually do something. Okay. So, first of all, let's see what the weather is going to be like. It is lifeless and gray. Which, you know what, all things considered, at least it's not rain again.
Indeed. There's a benefit for us and our monkeys.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Then, the road today is an 8 minus 3 is a 5. So, yep. Awesome. Once maintained, now in disrepair, which, again, makes sense. We're slowly approaching the Valley of Unfortunate Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And then, well, all things considered, this isn't too bad. Alright, and then events by the road today. 16 minus 3. So it's another procession of cultists to her.
Worrisome?
A little bit. And as they're passing by, he's hearing the same snippets of their chanting and hymns that he heard the previous time, which just continues to deepen that pit of dread in his stomach of something's not right. Something has changed in this part of the world. And he may not be in for a good time.
Indeed.
But he's still a few days out.
Mm-hmm.
So he still has a little bit of time to deal with that.
Nothing is inhibiting our travel, at least.
Indeed. So, disconcerting. But otherwise, another calm, quiet day of travel. Which he is grateful for, him and his monkeys.
Mm-hmm.
Because now that it is no longer, cold or wet out, the monkeys seem to be having a good enough time. They're darting in and out of the grasses along the side of the road. Sometimes running by, chasing bugs. One of them manages to catch a small creature like a vole. And keeps letting it go to chase it again. And they're just doing monkey things. And then, eventually, after that day's worth of travel, the day ends. It's time to make camp.
Indeed.
And tonight is not a quiet night.
Indeed.
Oh, poor Lygan's not getting any sort of sleep.
Let's see what happened to inhibit the night.
A 5. Oh, I forgot to clear the modifier after the road stuff.
It is a quiet night, but I suppose the quiet is unsettling after 3 processions of various cultists.
Indeed. He finds himself unable to sleep, lying awake, staring at the sky, which it doesn't have any stars in it. The night is just as lifeless as the day was, completely overcast with clouds. And he finds himself staring up into the darkness, unable to rid himself of this pit of dread that has settled into his stomach. And he's not sure what's going to be waiting for him at the end of this journey. And that bothers him. This is not a man who has been accustomed to to uncertainty. And this journey has been nothing but, and it is beginning to eat at him. But as he continues to lie there awake, a new day dawns. And the world does not move a step closer to its end yet.
Yes.
Yet. But the quiet is still disconcerting. Now then, let's see what weather we're dealing with today.
I believe we're down to 1 day's worth of water and 6 days of food.
That would be correct. So we are going to want to stop to see if we can get some water today.
Let's see what the weather's like and I'll allow for it.
Indeed. So that is going to be a D12. That's a 2.
Hammering rain. We really keep rolling the rain.
We really
We've officially
do.
rolled all 4 types of rain.
For sure this time.
Absolutely, there is no doubt. What's the road like?
Oh, alright. So, the road today is a 6. A well-used road. So, despite the rain, this, what used to be a trade road, has merged into what seems to be a more well-used road that connects to villages along the path between Galgenbeck and the Valley of Unfortunate Dead. And while he's glad for there being, you know, this well-used road, it's still raining. The road is muddy and gross. And he's wet. Again. It's not a great time for Lygan, especially after having not slept.
Indeed, he has not slept. It is raining. He is nearly out of water.
Indeed.
He has a decision to make. Does he venture out off of this road to try to acquire more water? Or does he risk the conditions being better tomorrow?
I think he's gonna see if he can find some good water, because despite the fact that it's raining, he doesn't want to drink the rainwater. He doesn't really have a way of purifying it, and it could make him sick if he drank it directly.
Indeed.
Which, by the way, yeah, in general, in real life, please don't drink rainwater. Like, there's a lot of stuff in that more than you would think. If you're going to drink that, try to purify it first in some way or another, whether it's by, like, a boiling and distilling or whatnot. And that's why we're not having him drink the rainwater despite being dogged by rain.
Indeed. Plus, also, we need to see the road event, and then we need to figure out how lucky he is with his attempts at foraging.
Yeah, because we're going to do a road event to see if he even has a chance to go looking for food and water. Mostly water.
Mm-hmm.
You got a 3. Nothing happens.
Okay, so we can... Alright, this is... a decent opportunity as far as like it's been given thus far.
Indeed. Alright. So let's go ahead and roll our d6. A 5! We found a village. Yeah, well, I mean, I did say this was a track between villages, so...
Indeed. So we found one of the villages. Now let's see what kind of village it is.
Stricken by plague. Well, you know what? He's not here to buy rations.
So.
He is here for water.
Indeed. So,
I'm
let's see.
gonna roll their reaction to him. I'm going to, because they're stricken by plague, I'm just going to say outright that they're at minimum not going to be on the kill side of the reactions.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see what they have for us.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a 2 and a 3. That puts us at a 5. So They're not happy to see us. Lygan's not sure why. Maybe it's because, there's this person who seems to be in good health coming into this village that's stricken by plague, looking for fresh water. But they're not great. They're not happy to see him.
Mm-hmm.
Especially given he has no medicine on him and no real medical knowledge himself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there's probably, with asking for water, this will be a price hike if they even will.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a, let's do a DR 13? Harder, but not too hard, to see if they're even willing to say yes, they have water.
Let's go with 13 or 14, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so that's a 17. And a 2. A weak hit. So yeah,
okay, so...
no, they've got water. It is not going to come cheap, though.
Yeah, so will we say a 50% price hike or a doubled price?
I would probably say full-on doubled, because they're already not happy that we're here.
Yeah, so that would be 8 silver. That would be half what we have on hand.
It's not great. But he's also not planning on staying. He's mostly planning on hunting and the like, and he recognizes how low he is on water. If he doesn't get this, he's going to have no water after tonight.
Indeed, especially because with them being angry, they won't be willing to buy things in exchange. Not that we have too much to really sell in the first place.
We have nothing to sell. So yeah. He's gonna take the deal. I'm gonna basically treat the water as if it's at 5. So it'll go down to 4 tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. But he gets his water, and then after his less than stellar reception at both this village and the violent one he encountered at the previous village he came across, just the one of cannibals, he makes himself scarce very quickly.
Indeed.
He recognizes where he's not wanted and is just like, no thank you. I'll leave y'all to it. So he goes much further down the road before making camp, making sure he is well clear of this village in case anybody decides that they really do have a problem with him. That, and he doesn't want to be anywhere near this place when so stricken by sickness. He's on a quest. He can't afford to become sick because that is going to be a miserable death. If he's going to die, he wants to die quickly.
Indeed.
So,
let's see how the night treats him after.
Hopefully better.
Hopefully. Nope.
He's getting no rest again.
Let's find out why.
Indeed.
Survey says
an 8. Son of a bitch! We're getting stolen from again!
Alright. Let's DR14.
Alright. And I'm gonna say he's going after his food this time. Because we don't have anything else to steal.
Indeed.
Which also, again, makes sense. But, let's see if we find that. No!
Nope.
Oh, he manages to steal 2 of our rations without us noticing. We are down to 3 rations.
That'd be rough.
Yeah, that's after, consuming a ration for, this night. So, yeah, we are down to 3. Oof.
Alright.
So, Lygan awakes in the morning and realizes that he's been stolen from. And he spends a good a good couple of minutes of this early morning just absolutely raging about this. Because he's been having a time of it.
He didn't much get any sleep and still didn't manage to notice. Like that's
Yeah, he's not having a great time. So, let's see what the day holds for us.
Alright, let's see what...
Now we get to roll on the calendar of Necrobell today. Hold on, let me pull up the thing. Yeah, that was the... We get to see what psalm comes to pass today.
Yeah, this has been one of the worst nights for Lygan.
Yeah, for real. Alright. So, it is going to be Psalm 1, verse 6. And blood cough shall spread like fire across the wastelands of the drought. I know exactly what village it's going to be spreading from, too.
Indeed, which means...
The one we just passed.
We're going to have an interesting time coming back, aren't we?
Yep! Yeah, we are! Whoop! Hold on. I hit the wrong thing. There we go. The gauge moves one step closer to its end. And the world is one step closer to its final gasp of life. That's great! Yay!
It's fine. So...
Fuck.
Let's see what the weather's like.
Indeed. However, Lygan is not aware of this. He senses a change in the air, but he doesn't know what it is. Just something feels a little bit different today, much like it did so many days ago as he approached Galgenbeck. But he doesn't know about the blood cough. Probably won't for quite some time.
Indeed, given the speed at which we make progress, it'll probably be a couple of weeks.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But the weather today, watch it be rain again. A6, dead quiet. So yeah, he senses a change in the air, and the world is quiet and still. As if the world itself is holding its breath to avoid itself getting infected with the blood cough. Oh boy.
Yeah, no, this is definitely... Oh. Okay. At least the dirt track on a dead quiet day is not an inhibition.
Yeah, well, let's see. We may get lost. We do not. We managed to follow the dirt track just fine. But he is definitely going to be on edge all day today. So no getting around that.
Let's see what happens along the road.
An 18. You had to fucking jinx us. When we were doing prep for this, Alu literally said, "How much do you want to bet we're going to get ambushed by the troll again?"
Let's roll again. Same roll.
You had to fucking jinx us! Angry.
Look, this is a cruel world. This is the expectant result.
Angie.
So
I'm blaming you for this.
So it seems we have entered into the other side of Adna's domain. They are upset. And
I don't think we have. That'd be a massive fucking domain for a single troll. That's days and days worth of territory. Hello, Kevin McAllister. Welcome in. How you doing?
And they, it seems the trolls are not really the forgetful type, let alone the forgiving type.
Yeah. No, he definitely didn't forget. We managed to lose him at one point, but he has in fact found us again.
Indeed. Which means we're not getting into a fight, are we?
We can try. I mean, the troll is definitely angry. It is definitely going to try to force us into combat. So let's roll initiative and see what we got. And the troll goes first.
Okay. So, the troll's attack is 2d6.
Whew, at least we got armor this time.
Indeed.
Tired as fuck. How about you? We're doing pretty good. A little bit on the sleepy side, but I am having so much fun with this. Oh yeah, I need to switch this to, Hold on. I've got combat music, I promise. There we go. It's been... Our poor player character here has been put through the ringer, and it's not getting any better. So, potential damage is 8.
Alright, so...
Ow! Okay, well,
So
let's see about dodging it.
Indeed, that is rolling against a DR12. So we have a neutral agility.
Weak hit.
Okay, so we avoid part of it, and then
Yeah.
we also can roll for our armor, which I believe is D2.
Yep, same deal as before. Odds is 1, evens is 2.
Okay.
2! So we only take 2 damage. I say only when our max HP is 7!
Indeed. But we get to... So we can strike back, or we can try to retreat.
Oh, we're... How much HP does the troll have?
32.
We're running. We're running. Fuck that.
Yeah, no. We would need more health. Probably.
Yeah. Alright,
We need more health or more luck.
Yeah. Alright. 17. And a 5. Okay. Okay, so that does allow us to get out. It does say the enemy gets an opportunity attack, but what do you say that was the attack of opportunity? Was us seeing the troll and just noping the fuck out, and the troll managing to get a swipe along our back?
Considering they had initiative, I think we should roll again for their attack.
Alright. Fair. Alright, that's a 2.
Okay, so
And a
5 points of
3.
damage.
Alright, and then we still get to try to defend against it, so...
Correct.
So 15.
Okay.
And 19. He misses. He whiffs as we're just like, no, 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 no.
Indeed. And because we already established we did not get lost on the dirt path, we do manage to continue running and get properly along the road, which I think leaves us with only half a day's travel from the valley.
Yes. However, I am going to do a thing real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Spiritory? There we go. Need a chart. Okay. So... Oh, right, I can turn off the battle music. Alright. We're gonna put it on this one. So now that we're getting close to the Valley of Undead and we've hit the second tick of the Valley of Necrobell, I'm going to roll a d6 because we are so close to the valley now. That Lygan is just, once he's free from the troll, because he's already along this dirt track, he's going to see if he can find any of the Candleflame Lichen, and see if he can just like go around the valley, because he doesn't want to deal with it. It like there's so much dread in him now because of what he's encountered that he would just rather not.
Understandable.
So, gonna roll a d6. 3, let's see, 1 through 4 he doesn't find it. On a 5 through 6 he does.
Right.
No, he does not. So he finds him after he's sure that he's gotten clear from the troll. He spends a little bit of time searching along the road, seeing if he can find any of the lichen that he's looking for. And it was described to him as a mildly luminescent lichen. Specifically, it almost seems like there's motes of light that come off of it. And according to local legend, the reason for this is that those souls who couldn't properly pass on, but were too weak to become things like will-o-wisps, would settle and infuse this lichen over time. And it would create these little motes of light as basically the souls that were attached to it would slowly lose pieces of themselves. Every little mote of light that comes off is a small piece of a soul. Or at least, like I said, that's what local legend says it is. But unfortunately, he isn't able to find any off the road. He really doesn't feel like he can spend too much time searching for it thoroughly with Adna behind him. So he just continues on as far as he can go, and then carefully makes his camp, digging a hole in the ground to hide his campfire, so that way the troll can't track him down, and doing his best to create a fire without smoke. But let's see if he's successful and has a good night's sleep. 11. No.
It is not. Understandably, but no.
Yeah. All right. So, and part of this is he's paranoid. He's listening out for signs of the troll because this thing's already managed to find him once. He's not convinced it won't be able to find him again, especially when he's only put, about half a day's journey between him and it. And then at some point in the night, a group of peddlers comes along, 4 of them, and a donkey. And he can see their lights going along the track that he had been traveling along. And now I'm going to see if they even notice Lygan, because Lygan is doing his best to make his campsite not visible from the road.
Indeed.
No, they don't notice him at all. And you know what? With everything else that he's encountered, he's not going to draw attention to himself. He's going to let them pass by.
Mm-hmm.
And A new day will dawn in just a moment. I actually really need to use the bathroom.
Very fair.
So I will be right back.
So how are we all doing today? Lygan really is having quite the cursed time with recurring bouts against rain. He's dealing with this recurring troll. It seems every time he wants to a village, he is not appreciated. Well, really, not appreciating him at all. Well, I'm glad your day's looking up, Ash. So what have you gotten up to thus far today? And I see CTR wants the world to be one step closer to oblivion. Because that should be the first roll of the new day.
Fucking hell, what did I return to?
Rebellion, riot, a desire for the end, I suppose.
I guess. God damn.
Alec and CTR taking advantage of the fact that there's no time pressure. They can just sack in the -1s.
Fair. So that's a -9 to the Necrobell roll.
Indeed.
Oof. Oh boy. I wonder if the world's going to be taking another step, like, a day after.
This is practically just a detour. It's a coin flip.
Practically, yeah. Oh, thank the gods.
Despite the best efforts of chat.
Oh.
The world lives another day.
The world refused to die. God damn. You know what? I honestly though, can you imagine?
After the atrocious 36 hours prior to this for Lygan, the world said, no, we're taking a break from this.
It's not rigged, I promise. I am genuinely using a random number generator for this. So every time I press the die roller, it is generating a random number. I have no control over it. Holy shit. Jesus. Y'all brought it down to a 6.
Indeed. However, in this particular roll, a 6 is not a 1, and therefore...
Indeed. However, if that were on, like, any other roll, oh, that would have fucked up Lygan good. People sad.
But
sometimes the dice just say no.
I suppose this is the core difference about these rolls, is that the world is more durable than Lygan.
Yeah, kind of. God damn, that was a good try though, guys.
Indeed. So, we are down to, I believe, 2 rations? Food? 1?
Yeah. We're down to 1 food and 2 water, which means we need to go hunting tonight.
Indeed. Let's see what the weather is today.
Yep. At 11, it's roaring thunder, but it's not raining.
Indeed. Thunder is not rain, therefore, it's fine. And then...
Alright.
Then the road.
Alright, so the road is going to be a 4. Oh. Let's see, so because we've already started this batch of rolling for the road, I'm not going to apply the modifier to these rolls, but I'm going to apply it to the next roll that is outside of the road modifiers.
Yeah, because if we bundle the weather and road rolls as far as the modifiers, then yes, this will go to the road events instead.
Well, I've been bundling the road events with it too.
Ah, fair.
So this would be whatever the next roll is after the road events.
Fair.
So.
So we have a trade road. This falls into district now.
Yep. Which is fine. I'm fine with that. And especially because we are we are literally, I think, a day out from half a day. Okay, yeah. So we'd be arriving at the valley properly today. Which we're not really he's not really expecting to find food and water for sale within the Valley of Unfortunate Dead. They are barely maintaining themselves there. They're not going to have extras to sell to, a random passerby.
Indeed, which means we might actually go more for buy more for a hunt.
Yep. But let's see what our road event is. An 18. Son of a bitch! He's back! Oh, I also forgot to roll, I already forgot. Did our guy sleep last night?
Yeah, no, he did not.
So he still hasn't recovered HP from the last time this fucker appeared.
Right.
We're getting ambushed by the troll again. He caught up!
Indeed.
Oh, and we're already, hurting from the last time he's come across us.
Indeed.
Bastard!
So...
Oh my god. Okay. And it goes first again.
Alright.
So D6. Alright, so it's a 6. And a 5.
Yeah, we need to roll to evade.
Which, this is where Ash's modifier comes in, luckily. So... That's an 11. And 18. So I think that's a weak hit?
Yes, that's a weak hit.
Okay. So we're having the damage, is what we've been doing for the weak hits.
So then we need to we roll armor to mitigate further.
Yep. It's gonna be a 2.
Okay. So we take 3 damage.
Oh, we're not doing good. We are at 2 HP.
Indeed, which means we need to flee.
Yep. Yeah, we do. Oh, weak hit. It gets a swing in on us.
Wait. Alright, let's roll the damage and defense.
Well, damage and rolling to see if we can whiff it. So it's a 1 and a 4. That's 5. Let's see if we can evade. It's a 15 and a 9. A weak hit.
Okay. So then we still. Then the armor says we
We take one damage.
We have 1 health.
Ugh! Ow!
And yeah, I was thinking we eventually hunt and try to fight something for food. No,
I mean,
no,
we
we're not.
have to try to hunt or like gather food. We don't have a choice.
We have to forage because we do not have the
Yeah.
health to hunt.
Yeah, well, I mean, one of the foraging options is tracking down a savage beast. So we may get forced to hunt.
Indeed. Let's see. What the dice say today.
5, a village. A village
Okay,
on the
yeah.
very outskirts of the valley.
Right. What kind of village is it?
A trading post. Oh, thank the gods.
They are plentiful and cheap.
Oh my
Okay.
god. I lost
So-
face tracking for a second, but y'all didn't see me just lean back with absolute relief.
Okay. So I think what we
Yeah.
all right. So we have, I believe.
Let's say if it's plentiful and cheap, let's say it's a minus 50% modifier.
Yeah, so it would be 2 food for 1 silver.
Which, oh my god, is so nice. What do you say we buy 4 food? That puts us down to 6 silver and gives us a few more days of going along.
Sounds good to me.
And I mean, we're not going to buy any water just because we're going to continue on along the road and hopefully find some water later.
Indeed.
Oh.
But it gives us something to keep us going for now, hopefully giving us some time, an opportunity to sleep and heal.
Yeah. Oh. All right. That got real dicey. And we're not out of the woods yet. But he is gonna go ahead and make camp. And I think he's gonna make camp, like, near this trading post. Like, this trading post doesn't really have a tavern that he can stay at. Even if he could, and even if it did, he probably wouldn't be able to afford it. But he's going to take advantage of the protection there to see if he can actually get, like, a decent night's rest for once. So that way we can lower the DR for going to sleep a little bit.
Indeed.
Oh.
So, DR10?
Yeah. You know what? It's a weak hit. He at least gets some sleep. That'll
So
be like, what, a D4? I think it's a D4 recovery?
D4, yes.
Alright. I'm going to go ahead and have him recover a little bit.
Alright, so we're up to 3 health.
Yeah. Oh. Now let's see what happens. 7. Okay, dreams. Haunted by twisted dreams of the first random encounter for the next day.
Alright, let's see what the next day's event is.
Indeed.
Nothing!
Nothing.
Twisted dreams of nothing!
So it's a dream that you ever have those dreams where like nothing is actually happening, but you have that like dread and anxiety that just crush down on you more and more over the course of the dream, and you can't ever put a finger on why it's happening, but it's still happening. That's the kind of dream he's having. Little stream on my birthday. Hey, happy birthday, Sylvie!
Happy birthday.
Yes, it is we're having a stream today. We're back in the world of Borg. We have narrowly avoided death.
Indeed.
It has been... Oh my god. It has not been a great time for Lygan.
Indeed. Each travel seems to be worse than the last.
For real. So, that's gonna put him down to 1 water and 4 rations. Which means today, we go for a hunt. But let's see what the weather is like first. Mind me as I pull the chart back up. Gonna call it a day. Have a great rest of your stream. Absolutely. Have a wonderful rest of your day, South. And thank you so much for popping by. So truly a living if you don't narrowly avoid death in game or otherwise. I mean, true. I in fact cannot describe the oh, I forgot to roll on the calendar of Necrobell. I'll roll on that in a second.
I mean, Zerth doesn't seem to really appreciate living on the edge, considering the way I play a lot of games gives them anxiety.
It does. It does in fact give me anxiety.
Because I
Alan lives on the edge.
Indeed.
I play safely. Alright, before I read out what the weather is like...
Oh.
Fuck!
All of the best attempts of chat couldn't get it, however. Just...
God damn. You know what? There's your fucking proof that it's not rigged. Oh my god.
So, what psalm shall be active this time?
Okay. So, let's go ahead and roll.
Alright,
Psalm 5.
Alright, and
6.
the last king and the last queen shall wither to dust. Their wretched courts are devoured by wolves.
Did the King of Schleswig just fucking die?
There are... Potentially. However, there are other kings and queens.
Yeah, but that's just the last king and the last queen. So... that kind of implies that, all of them just perished. Or at least are going to perish over the next few days.
Very fair, because it's either Schleswig or the Shadow King and the... No, Anthelia is a blood countess, not a queen. Nope, so... yeah, it's either...
So all the kings and queens of the realm have just died. Oh, the cities are going to be plunged into so much fucking chaos. Oh no! Again, Lygan doesn't know this.
Indeed. The last king... what I love about these things is the way they're open to interpretation.
Yep.
Because... considering these are prophetic, which means... I mean... is this hinting that our quest will be futile? That the current king and queen of Schleswig are the last ones to hold the titles?
We'll find out. So I don't think we're gonna find the Lordling for a little while still. We're still just trying to find the Candle Flame Lycan.
Yeah, no, we're already halfway to the end of the world, and we're still on a fetch quest.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Admittedly, I kind of figured that Lygan would be dead before this point. So it was better than I thought, at least.
Same, actually.
I thought we would need new player character by now. However, good job, Lygan.
Holy shit. All right. Well, and with that, and again, Lygan is not aware that this is happening. He just, again, senses a subtle shift in the world around him. And as he does so, the wind begins to pick up for the day. And he is dealing with howling wind through the day, the kind that just pierces through your skin. You know, the kind that that leaves you feeling cold deep in your bones. Which if you've never experienced that, count yourself lucky. It sucks. All right. What's our road going to be like today? It's a 4 trade road. And you'll see what our event is, but he's going to be spending a good portion of today just... Huh?
We have the event. Nothing particular
happens. Right, we do. Nothing happens. I forgot. So much shit has happened. So much shit has happened.
Indeed.
All right. Well, he's going to go search for the candle flame Lycan. Because we are basically at the Valley of the Unfortunate Dead at this point. I'm going to drop the difficulty to a DR10. It's a 9 and a 1. He don't find shit.
Indeed.
All right, but that does mean that he does eventually reach the Valley of Undead itself. Do you care to tell us what the Valley of Unfortunate Dead is?
So, the Valley of the Unfortunate Undead is a land shrouded in mystery and myth. Those who come here rarely return. For, frankly, this is a land that fills one with despair. Those who spend too long here tend to decay here. As a result, those who claim to have returned have wildly inconsistent stories which leave no one truly prepared for what might lie within here, for there is no guarantee that any of those who claim to have returned have truly done so. There are 2 things that particularly swirl around this land. One is that supposedly he lies in this realm. That and those who have spent some time here whisper of the land of the dead. Some myth that features some lingering hope for those who have lost any resemblance of what that might mean.
And to add to the very uncanny nature of this place, because it is, in a sense, a village, but a village made of crypts and rundown houses. There seems to be damn near no one here. No one alive, at least. We do see what Lygan recognizes as a group of worshippers of him that he had passed along the road here many, many days ago at this point. But he, upon actually seeing them, he realizes they seem to be the only ones left. And there are bodies around in varying states of decay. And what seemed to have been a village of disrepair, but still living people, seem to have become no more as of a few weeks, no later than a few weeks ago. And for those of you who were around for the previous stream, where we got our first point on the calendar of Necrobell, this village died when we rolled that. For the first psalm that we got was, "And she shall see him grow stronger, and she reveals herself, and all shall be slain." Which we interpreted as everybody here in the Valley of Unfortunate Dead were destroyed by the basilisk her and her followers.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning the only people still alive are those who came after.
Indeed. The only other signs of life here are beast tracks and twisted trees with uncomfortable looking fruit.
And rather strange looking plants all around. It's very clear that the presence of him nearby has twisted the land and influenced the shape of the plant life and the fauna within, leading to very unique and powerful plant life here, such as the candleflame lichen that Lygan is on a search for. And as he comes into this village and comes across the followers of him, he asks them. He basically approaches one and asks, A, what happened here? And B, do you know where I can find this? Because I've been told it was here, and I thought it would be easier to find given it's supposed to glow, and I can't find anything. So...
Shall we check? So we have a reaction check.
That's exactly what I was about to do. That's a 5 and a 1, so a 6.
Hey, Rengar.
Yep. They realize that we here are not followers of him. We are here to take from this land, and that we had no intention of leaving at least tribute behind. So they are not happy with us. You want to try a presence check to see if we can calm them down?
Certainly. I mean, we do not have the health. It's truly a risk of fight, but if it comes to it, we are at least better prepared than against.
Yeah. Oh, that's a 5.
Oh, no.
That is a flat-out fail. Do they get any angrier is the question. A 6 and a 5. No, they do not. I'm not going to say that they got any better because that was a flat-out fail, but they didn't at least get angrier.
Mm-hmm.
So, they're still pissed off at us, and Lygan realizes these are religious fanatics here who have also just seen effectively a slaughter of those of their order. And while he may not be sure what actually killed them, he recognizes that he's not going to get anything out of these people. They are not going to be open to it. So he resigns himself to backing off and spending the rest of the day looking for a safe source of water. which he actually manages to find. It says a village, but I'm going to say he actually manages to find another group of these worshippers.
Very fair. So shall we roll?
Another reaction, yeah.
Indeed.
A 2 and a 5, so a 7.
So they are at least indifferent.
Okay. So that's something at least.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to try and see if they would be willing to share some... He doesn't really need food yet, but he's going to see if they're willing to at least share some water with him and maybe talk and help him with the quest that he's on.
Indeed.
So I'm going to make this a... Thank you, Ash. That's really helpful. I'll make this a DR10 check to see if they're willing to help us out.
Is there a difference? Should be DR12?
No, the DR10 because they're indifferent. Like, it's just an average modifier, basically.
I remember in the core book it said that 12 is just an average.
I'm still saying a 10. Because otherwise Lygan's not going to be in too good of a shape. So, with Ash's help, that is a weak hit.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say they are willing to share some water with us, but they have no information on the candle flame lichen. What do you think about that?
That's perfectly understandable.
And they're willing to share, plus, you know, whatever we use tonight, they're willing to share 3 additional water with us. So basically, they're willing to fill up our water skin after the night.
Excellent, because I think we currently have 2 water, which...
We have 1 water, actually.
Ah.
I thought I had bad luck, but man, you just keep low-rolling it be like that.
Indeed.
Some days really just are like that. All right.
Indeed.
So they're not going to let us stay the night with them, but they will give us, you know, water to get us through the day. So we won't use up that 1 for the night. And they will let us refill our water bottle, but we will still have to eat our own rations.
Mm-hmm.
I love that there's a -3 redeem, but you're low rolling on level with me. See, what's funny is when I had a BRB earlier, and Alnick and CTR teamed up to try and like get a super low roll. That's when the dice decided to be kind. They gave us a -9, and we managed to roll a 15.
Indeed.
But then we got back-to-back hits on the calendar of Necrobell anyway, so, you know. The dice giveth and the dice taketh away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the dice are fickle gods. But so we make camp. And let's see if we're able to sleep okay here in this rotting valley. 10. No. The smell of the decaying... I'm gonna say that part of it is the smell of the decaying corpses. It's just too much. I would love to know why the dice gods hate me so much. Have you tried putting your dice in dice jail? Sometimes you gotta teach them a lesson. But let's see what other event happens tonight. Oh, I was looking at the wrong chart. Nothing. So yeah, it is just the pungent stench of rot. Because these bodies have been sitting here for days upon days with no one to attend them. So we are just stuck with the scent of putrefaction invading everything.
Because I think, if memory serves, it has been nearly 2 weeks.
More than, I think.
Because I think it was near the end of our trip. I think it was about a day or two out from Galgenbeck that we had the first tick on the calendar. Then we spent, I think, 4 or 5... It was 5 days in Galgenbeck. And now we've spent about a week traveling here.
Yeah.
So it has been about 2 weeks where they've been just here.
Yeah, and it's been a wet 2 weeks too, which would only have sped up the decay. I could jail digital dice. Maybe that's why they hate me. Very possibly. Digital dice definitely can be more temperamental than physical dice. But yeah, that's it's great. So, unfortunately, unable to sleep also means we are unable to restore HP.
Correct.
And we are sitting at 3 HP still.
Indeed. But at least we don't need... As long as we're not ambushed by anything, we don't need to actively pursue any fights yet.
Indeed. And to be fair, we're not taking the road journeys, so we don't have to roll events.
So we just need
Did I just say roll events?
I think you did.
All right, then.
All right, there, dear.
But first and foremost, we do have to roll the calendar of Necrobell. Yay!
What does Necrobell say today?
A 7.
Necrobell says you're gonna pass.
For now.
Today.
Today. So let's see what the weather is. A 3. Piercing wind. So it's still just really fucking windy. Which... Hold on, I'm gonna roll a D2 real quick. Is not helping with the smell. In fact, where we are seems to be downwind of it, and it keeps shifting every time we do. So we're just perpetually downwind of the smell of rotting corpses. So Lygan's fucking miserable today.
Indeed.
All right. So let's roll and see if we have any luck finding the Candleflame Lycan. Fuck no, we don't. Not at all.
Unfortunate.
Yep. So then let's see if he can find maybe another group of religious worshippers. 3 HP in a dream, more like 3 HP in a nightmare. For real.
Yeah, welcome to Borg.
Yeah, we are playing out a world in its death throes. Shit just isn't going to go well for us ever. But let's see if we can maybe find some other newcomers who might have more information for us and be more like willing to be nice. Because everybody's been real angry at us so far.
Indeed.
No! The only group we have found here is the one that is real pissed off at us, and the group that is indifferent and gave us water but otherwise doesn't know anything. Or if they do, at least isn't willing to tell us anything. So, we spend the day searching fruitlessly, and eventually, we are forced to make camp once more. That's a 16 and oh my god, yes, a strong hit. We recover HP!
We get to roll a d6, see how much health we restore.
Oh, thank the gods.
Full health.
Yes! Full health! Oh. So, Lygan he's not feeling great. Like, he is definitely getting demoralized by this whole mess. But he finally gets a good night's sleep. Effectively, what happens is he spends the day nauseous and just downtrodden at being unable to find anything that eventually, when he does make camp, he just falls down exhausted and is dead to the world, effectively. Even if an event did happen in the night, he was not aware of it. Yeah, listen, I'm hoping for the best for Lygan here, and this man is a trooper, but he is not having a great time of it. But eventually, a new day does dawn. Which means once more, we get to roll for the calendar of Necrobell. And by the way, the reason why I paused there and specifically go, but a new day dawns, it is to at least give y'all a second or two to try and get extra rolls in, to try and affect the calendar. I am trying to give y'all a moment to affect it without, stalling for too long. I'm trying. So 14. So what is effectively that's effectively a 17, but we'll keep the modifier anyway for the rolls for him to find the see if he can find the candle flame Lycan. Since you added an additional modifier before I cleared it. I'm too poor. That's so fair. That's also part of the reason why I dropped the point requirements for them. But thank you so much for checking in, Sylvie. So, let me update our rations and our water totals. We are down to 2 rations and 3 water. Now, let's see if he's able to find the Lycan he's looking for.
Okay,
Just the only one with points. Yeah, you know what? Fair. 13 and an 18. Yay!
All right.
The 13 would have been a 19 with Ash's modifier. So yeah, he definitely found it.
Mm-hmm.
Not for lack of trying. Yeah, fair. So, he does spend a good portion of the day looking for it, because this stuff is rare. It is very rare. But eventually, deep within what seems to be some of the oldest parts of the valley, further away from the currently putrefying corpses and into an area where it seems that the dead have been interred for a while. Within a crypt, he discovers, finally, this glowing moss. It's only a small patch of it, but the moss does actually give off a glow that he is only able to find because of the darkness of the crypt, because it is dim, but it is there. And the slowly rising motes of light confirm that it is the candle flame lichen. So carefully, very carefully, he gathers up this lichen into a bit of the leather that he's been using to hold the rations that he's been getting. Because he's had them wrapped in leather in order to transport them around and be able to have them like slung from his hip without, losing them. And he basically takes what was the leather from his ration for the day, like the last night, and wraps up the lichen in this leather to keep it safe. And he stores it in with the rest of his rations. But that does mean, finally, he has found what he came for, and he can leave this place. This sickening valley of liquefying corpses.
And now on to more terrifying pastures.
Indeed, and I will hydrate. Thank you very much, Sylvie. I've been doing good at keeping hydrated because we are talking a lot this stream.
Indeed.
And he will go ahead and make camp for the night, which, thanks to Sylvie's -1 modifier, might be another one of no sleep.
At least we're full health, Sophie.
Yeah.
The main thing to worry about really is just the
camp
night
events. Yeah. So that's an 11.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh yeah, no sleep.
All right.
All right, let's see what we get.
Congratulations. Your roll made a notable difference.
See, the -1s do make a difference at times.
Alright, let's see what the nightly event is.
9. A green and terrible moon shines on the campsite.
Okay.
100% due to the influence of him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we will not have access to our omen on the next day.
Nope. So, yeah, so, as was rumored, the Valley of Unfortunate Dead is home to a basilisk. One of the basilisks, him. And he is not happy that we have taken from his valley, and that we are not leaving an offering in return. And he is expressing his anger by not allowing us to sleep, and by removing what is effectively our luck stat as we leave the camp. Man might as well have been Sonya. Yeah, at this point, he might as well.
Alright.
But I do think that is going to be it for today. I think our next session will start our journey towards Bergen Crypt in this absolutely hellish fetch quest we have found ourselves in. So, Alutierre?
Yes.
Go ahead and promo yourself. Where can people find you?
I am Alutierre, archivist, storyteller, madman. I am mostly found on Twitch, playing a wide variety of things. Currently we are actually in the last week of this season's stream before taking a week off. Next week, and then we return with madness.
Madness!
Many layers of madness, and in some senses, a fresh start.
Indeed.
In about an hour, I will be returning to Red Dead Redemption toying around with the sandbox, and giving final thoughts in a very stream of consciousness monologue sort of fashion.
Mm-hmm.
After that, tomorrow we begin Undead Nightmare.
It'll be a great time. And then I will be back again on Wednesday, so tomorrow, with some Disco Elysium. Because come hell or high water, I'm going to have the fucking brain cells to play this game. I promise. I have an energy drink to actually keep me focused. But for today, thank you all so very much for coming by and hanging out with us and witnessing the ups and downs of Lygan's journey. And we will be returning with more Borg the week after next. So we are doing these every other Tuesday, interspersing them with Cult of the Lamb. But we'll be back with, next time me and Alu are together, we will be doing Cult of the Lamb this same time next Tuesday. And then the Tuesday after that, we'll have more Borg. The -9 roll was bullshit. That was... honestly, I thought y'all were actually going to force the Necrobell roll, but...
Indeed. It turned to a coin flip.
You really did.
Because we had to roll 11 or higher. And we did.
Barely.
It became a very, very complicated coin flip.
Like, goddamn. Fucking props for y'all to trying, though. But sometimes the dice gods giveth and the dice gods taketh away. And I think this time the dice gods giveth. For once.
And then immediately tooketh away.
Indeed. Yeah, I mean, look at it this way. Y'all did that, and then we got pinged twice. So it was just slightly delayed effect. But today I'm going to send you all over to Feline Entity, because it actually looks like they are working on some 3D art. They are also one of the people who does a lot of work in Wardo. A lot of the ideas that I have done in this program myself for streams were actually inspired by some of the things that Feline Entity has done. But... until I can see you all again, please make sure that you eat something, drink something, take your meds if you need them, and we will be back tomorrow. Bye-bye!
Thank you.